item A, third-party administration resolution that apparently we have not yet numbered.
I know, I don't look like Cheryl.
Hey, whatever works.
Cheryl said she couldn't be here, so she asked me to present this, and I don't know anything about it, but I know you guys gone over it a few times. So I'm not going to read it for you, unless you really want me to.
Can you just give a brief overview for
Sure.
the benefit of the...
I'll leave the summary on there for you, no problem. On the effective date of the new insurance policy, the City of Pacific is no longer eligible to utilize the service pool provided under the provisions of the insurance company for CIAW for claims occurring on January 1st, 2013 or later. It is recommended that the city contract with a third-party claims administrator. This item was discussed at the workshop May 6th, 2013, and moved to the Finance Committee. Finance Committee, May 14th, 2013, moved to the workshop May 13th, 2013, and moved to the council meeting for approval.
Other questions? Josh, ask him something he doesn't know. Is there a motion to be made? Actually, for clarification, I will number it Resolution 13-046. Is there a motion to be made?
Move to approve Resolution 13-046.
Is there a second?
Second.
Councilmember Putnam has moved to approve Resolution 2013-046. Councilmember Putnam, speak to your motion.
For anyone in the audience or on the council who wasn't at the last two meetings, this is simply a replacement for the claims management services that we had under our agreement with CIAW under our prior insurance. That pool was a package of both the insurance and of the claims management. Claims management is when we get a claim against the city, making sure we meet all of the procedural requirements, evaluating a claim, everything from is the city actually liable to what's the amount of the damage, go out and doing the claims adjustment on a car, how much is the damage going to cost to fix, what's the liability for a trip and fall, anything other than going to court on it, and preserving all of the city's rights by getting all of the paperwork filed timely. All of that was included with our CIAW package. We didn't have to pay anything extra for it. We didn't pay by the hour for the work they did. Council had quite a few visits from CIAW over the years, both informational presentations and evaluation of claims. The city used their services extensively. We don't have any of that service now for last year or this year for any of the claims we've filed, and that is critical to maintaining our legal defenses in claims where we're not actually liable and in making sure that we pay what we do owe where we are liable.
Councilmember Jones, speak to your second.
The only thing I have to say is to just identify the company that we're talking about as the Washington, Oregon Minute Claims and Services. Other than that, I don't think I can add anything to Councilmember Putnam's statement.
Okay. Further remarks from council? I have a question of the attorney. Have you had the opportunity to look through the language of the contract?
Yes, I have.
Are you satisfied?
I am satisfied, and I see it's an absolute necessity.
Okay. Thank you. Further remarks from council? Comments from the audience? You can do it from your chair.
Man, my chair. Just what exactly?
Say your name, please.
I can?
Yep.
Okay. 366 White River Drive. Can you humor me and just tell me again, what are we paying double for from the last insurance company? What exactly do we get from this insurance company, and how much is it costing us a year?
Councilmember Putnam.
Thank you.
I don't have the bill off the top of my head. We are paying them for the actual liability coverage. If we're at fault, after we pay our deductible, they pay up to the limits of the policy.
Okay, so what is our deductible? Pretend I just moved here.
It varies depending on the type of claim. anywhere from $250,000 to $500,000 per occurrence. Under the CIAW policy, that was a $1,000 participation on our part, if I remember correctly. And the CIAW also covered cost to defend. They had the attorneys on staff that would defend us if we were sued for something. The current policy does not have that. They also, again, covered the claims service. They would help us keep track of the claims, make all the filings timely, all that sort of thing. Sort of an analogy from personal insurance. It's like we have an umbrella, but we don't have any of the underlying policies that normally would provide a defense. So we're responsible for the first huge amount of the cost and the cost of defending ourselves. They pay the catastrophic claims that exceed our deductible, but they don't provide the service that goes along with it.
Okay, now one more question, Kevin.
Sure.
Can we dump them at the end of the year if our circumstances change to another insurance company?
That is up to the other insurance company. We can certainly start looking for other coverage. It is something that the intent all along has been that this is temporary coverage, and that when the city situation stabilizes, we should once again qualify for some one of the risk pools in the state.
Okay, are we stuck with them for a full calendar year, or is it month to month?
We are not stuck with them for the full year, but we get no money back if we cancel.
And you've already paid the year in advance?
Yes, we had to pay this in advance, and it is fully earned when paid. On the other hand, if tomorrow we suddenly qualified for one of the pools, it's entirely possible that between the lower deductible and the bundled services, that we might choose to add a pool underneath the current coverage anyway.
It just sounds like we're being insured by Guido in the back alley somewhere who, you know.
No, it's more like we went to Vern Falk.
Nice. Vern Falk, Guido.
Great response.
We have coverage with a legitimate insurance company. They are a
Oh, I'm
real
sure they're
insurance company.
legitimate,
But
still.
it is a high-risk policy.
Really?
It's what you get when your city has too many DUIs. For an analogy.
Thank you for your answer.
Further comments from the audience? Can't really see that. Comments, remarks from council? Seeing none, question for the council is a motion by Councilor Putnam, seconded by Councilor Jones, to approve Resolution 2013-046. Do a roll call. Councilmember Jones?
Aye.
Councilmember Putnam?
Aye.
Councilmember McMahon votes yes. Councilmember Guyer?
Aye.
Councilmember Walker? Aye. Councilmember Halsey?
Aye.
Councilmember Steiger?
Aye.
Motion passed. Next on the agenda is item B, new business, park seasonal worker memorandum of understanding.
This one I know something about.
There you go.
The city has a need for seasonal maintenance workers for several reasons, but we've done this in the past. I know the council wanted to know where the money was coming from. It comes from the parks maintenance budget. Year to date, we've spent approximately $1,300 out of that budget. It's a $46,000 line item. The two employees would cost about $16,160 approximately. So there is plenty of money in that budget. I think last year was the only year that we didn't hire seasonal employees in the last 10 years that I know of. For whatever reason, we didn't hire them. And a lot of the parks didn't get maintained last year because of that. So, any questions?
Any questions of Ken?
Oh, there is one other comment. Clint had asked me about their being required to join the union, and yes, they are required, but it is at a reduced initiation fee.
They are required.
But they are required, yes.
Councilmember Putnam? That actually sort of segues into my question. Attached in the packet is a letter of agreement negotiated between the city and the Teamsters local for this. That agreement has not been brought to council for ratification, and suspect we need to do that as well as passing the actual agreement. The LOA is a negotiated amendment to the agreement with the union that should come to council for ratification itself, in addition to approve the hiring.
I think that actually is, and I was going to ask Ken to clarify this, I think that actually is the question before the council, or the request of council tonight. The agenda references an MOU, but as you pointed out, it's actually a letter of agreement, right?
Correct.
One half dozen of the other for our purposes tonight. I don't think that the council needs to approve or has the authority to approve the hiring of the workers, right? The question is approving the letter of agreement.
Approving the letter of agreement, yes, correct.
Councilor Holby?
I see that the mayor had signed that on the 8th of May. He's already signed it.
Okay.
My conversation with Evie Shannon with the union, she understands that council has to approve this before the union hasn't signed it.
Correct.
You know, that it has to go in front of council for approval. So that's why he may have signed it, but they have not, because they know we have to approve it before they will sign it.
So am I on the right track with the understanding that it's not actually approving the hiring that council is being asked, it's approving the
It's
letter of agreement?
approving the letter and basically allowing for the hiring is what it does by approving that letter.
Is that square with you, Josh?
Yeah.
Makes sense.
In that case, then I would move to authorize the mayor to sign a letter of agreement with the union for the hiring of 2 temporary seasonal park maintenance workers.
Second.
Councilor Putnam has moved to authorize the mayor to execute, Ken, what's the best word, sign or execute? Does it matter?
No.
Okay. Execute the agreement because he's kind of already signed it, or do we want to authorize him? Let's authorize the mayor to sign the agreement, letter of understanding with Teamsters Local Union number 117 for the seasonal park maintenance workers, correct?
Yes.
Okay, and Councilmember Guyer, second the motion. Councilmember Putnam, speak to your motion.
As long as we are following the law on what has to be authorized, that we are actually authorizing the mayor to sign this, then I have no objection to it. We have filled these positions in the past, and it is necessary to get the work done, and there is budgetary authority for it.
Councilmember Guyer?
So, and I'm in agreement, this is a great way for us to keep our parks maintained at a lower pay scale and let the guys do the big work up there, right, rather than mow lawns.
Further remarks from council? Comments from the audience? I'm trying to go slowly so I can write this down. Further remarks from council? Question before the council is a motion by Councilmember Putnam, seconded by Councilmember Guyer. Make sure I got this straight. To authorize the mayor to sign the letter of agreement with Teamsters Local Union number 117 for the hiring of the seasonal park maintenance workers.
Yes.
Right? Ken, was that the right?
Correct.
Okay. It is a simple motion and not a resolution. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed say nay. That carries unanimously.